Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks for tuning in. Today is another Harry Potter soap. I've got a couple requests to do another one of those. And I love this idea that I have. It is not a loaf bar. It is going to be like a hand size round shaped bar. And it's going to be in the shape of a cake. And not just any cake, but Harry Potter's birthday cake from in the first movie or book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So it's going to be a really fun cake. I'm super excited about this one. I keep telling myself, you're a wizard, Tiara, because this is going to be a really cool soap. I'm going to have to keep one for myself. I'll probably keep continuing to make these. If they turn out. So I've got my oils and my lye water, sodium lactate, little buttermilk powder, and kaolin clay in here, and I'm just going to give this a little whirl. Alright, so I've got that mixed up a little bit, and wrong one. So I'm going to put some lustrous brown mica in this, because the cake is a chocolate cake. It is described, anyway, as a large, sticky chocolate cake that Hagrid made himself. So I'm just going to put in some lustrous brown in there. And what's also going to contribute to the chocolate is the scent. It's called Chocolate Drizzle from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and it's got notes of vanilla, dark chocolate, and milk chocolate in there. And it does have vanillin in it, so that means it's going to turn my soap brown. So why not just, you know, give it a little helping hand and add some pretty brown mica in there to even it out. So I'm just adding in my fragrance now because this is the easiest part of the soap. It's going to be poured into a mold. There's nothing else going to be added to the inside of this cake. So let me give that a mix up and we'll start pouring it. Alright, so that is all fully incorporated. It's incorporated in there. Sometimes like these weird words and accents come out of my mouth. I don't know, I just kind of go with it. Alright, so this is going to continue to darken as it cures, which means it's going to sit and all the water in it's going to evaporate. I'm so good at this. I talk all the time, you know. All the water in it will evaporate. It will become a harder bar of soap, which means it will last longer. That's what curing is. You can use it, but it's best to let it sit for 3 to 4 weeks until it's all hardened. And then that color is going to be a little darker. So I've got these cute little molds here I got off Amazon. They are silicone. I will leave the link to them in the description box down below if you're interested in trying them. Let me bring it in for a closer view. This chocolate is delicious smelling. It smells just like chocolate cake. It doesn't have too much of any icing note to it, so it's not too sweet. It is a very, very yummy chocolate smell. Alright, so I'm just going to pour in to each one of these cavities. And the inspiration kind of came to me a little late on this because Harry Potter's birthday is on July 31st. So I'm a little late in the game on this, but that's fine because I think I'm going to continue making these if all goes well. This is the easiest part. It is going to get harder than this because I want to ice them. And I don't know if I've ever iced cakes before. Well, cakes, but like cupcake shaped cake soaps. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So this is the first part, just making the base of the cake. And then once I can release this, I will make up the batter for some icing. I haven't decided if I want to do just plain icing that I let sit, or if I'm going to whip up my fluffy icing recipe and try that. Anyway, this inspiration came from a Harry Potter marathon that was on, and a subscriber, Kim, sent me a link, and little did she know what was in it. What had nothing to do with what she was trying to show me, but what I took out of it was a melt and pour tutorial that they made cake looking soap out of melt and pour, and they iced it up. It was a pink cake, and I was watching this Harry Potter marathon, And I was like, I can make Harry Potter cakes because the cake is pink. I don't know, I just put the two together. And then I was watching Avery Gray Soapery, and she made some mirror glazed looking soaps. They were like this round puck size, and she did a little mirror glaze technique on there. And I loved the shape of that soap, and I was like, that is going to be perfect for a cake soap for Harry Potter. So I had to find a similar mold to that. I'm going to just kind of try and even these out a little bit. I probably should have put them on a cutting board, but I didn't really care that much. And I don't want it to be like the cupcake. I couldn't use my cupcake liners because, you know, they kind of start out narrow and then kind of flare up at the top. I wanted like the perfectly round puck size of soap. Okay. Just gonna go like that and smooth that out a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna let these sit. They probably don't need to sit for 24 hours. You can probably let these sit for like 8 to 12. And I have some leftover icing there. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that. First time using this, my calculations aren't on point yet. So, alright, let's let these sit. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to do this icing. I thought about doing the mirror glaze. I thought about doing my fluffy icing recipe. I'm going to try this with just a regular soap-based icing that I'm going to let sit till it thickens up. And then I'm going to try and smooth it, ice this cake with it. So I'm just going to mix this up. This is just my oils with my sodium lactate and lye water solution. I'm going to split this up in this little container of emerald green by Nurtures. That's going to be for the writing, and then I've got some Fandango pink that I'm going to get for the icing color. So let's give this a whirl. Alright, so now that that's just barely mixed up, everything is emulsified there, I'm going to pour some of that into this green container. And I'll set that to the side. And then I am going to put in some of the pink into this guy. And just because I've not done this before, I don't know if I'm going to have enough icing to do all of these, but it's definitely going to be a learning experience. Alright, so add just a little bit of pink to this and mix that up. There's not going to be any fragrance in this because that chocolate drizzle fragrance does discolor, and I don't want brown icing, I want pink. So only the inside of the soap is going to be scented. So let's give that a mix. Alright, so I have mixed this up to it's like a very, very thick trace, which is fine because I want this to thicken up really nicely so that I can spread it onto the soaps. That's not going to work. Spatula. Alright, and then I'm going to mix up my green batter and also let that sit to the side. I don't want to mix that up too much because I want it to stay pretty fluid so that I can use it in a small icing tip to write on the top of this cake soap with. Alright, that looks good. Just scrape down the sides here. I'm hoping that stays that color pink because I think it's pretty close to what the cake color is. And then I've got a new little mini kitchen vibrator. Look at this, guys. I just got this off of Amazon because when I only want a small little bit of batter of soap, I can't fit that into, you know, it's not gonna work. So I've seen a lot of soapers use this and I'm like, what in the world is it? And it's called a frother and it's for cappuccinos or coffees, and you just kind of froth milk with it. So this is my first time trying it, and I'm going to mix up this green into this batter with this milk frother. Oh, look at that, it's so cute. It's really quiet too. Oh, it's magical. I don't know why this is so much fun right now. Alright, so I'm going to set all these to the side. This is really neat. I wouldn't do like a whole batch of soap with this by any means, but just like if you want to mix in a little bit of color in a small batch, this is doing the job. I'm having way too much fun with it as well, so alright. Set that to the side. Whoa! Making a mess. Alright, these have been sitting in here for quite a long time. I have not been able to get around to doing any soaping recently. I've just been so busy. So I've just let these sit. And they're still a little sticky on the bottom, which I'm fine with because I'm hoping that the icing batter sticks to it a little more. So they're not like by any means beautiful, but I'm going to cover them up with some pretty pink icing. So I'm just going to pop these out of the molds and set them to the side while my soap icing is hardening. I'm going to sit these on top of this little plastic cup here to ice it with. I'm going to try that. And I'm also going to flip over these muffin molds, or whatever molds these are, so that I can rest the final product, maybe, I think, on top of it to dry. So we're going to try that. So let me just keep popping these things out, and I'll bring you guys back when this icing's ready to go. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this in the camera view as much as I can. Not easy, because I'm trying to concentrate on how to ice these, and I'm moving it all around in different angles so that I can see, and trying to film at the same time. So I did practice a couple just to get an idea, and these are not going to be perfect. It's the Hagrid cake that he sat on, and Hagrid is not a pastry chef, so it's just kind of like a little messy. You know, he sat on it. They're not going to be smooth. They're going to have a little bit of texture to them. And so I actually think I'm going to have enough icing on this one because I'm not sticking this on here too thick. Let's see if I got all the sides here. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to sit them on that mold that I've turned upside down. Smooth out that top just a little bit. Alright, I have told you guys probably in a previous video that I'm a huge book fan. I love getting subscription boxes. A lot of my soaps you see me make are going to be fandom based, whether it's a movie or a book. I get like Gypsyfae and Alcrate boxes all the time. I get excited about shopping for used books. I have a little bit of an obsession. I have a huge bookshelf that, you know, is filled with not only books but like pop dolls and candles and all those fandom items from different movies and things that I like. But Harry Potter is one of my all-time favorite book series. I also have an Instagram, or a Bookstagram, that is just dedicated to all the books and movie-related items that I get, from teas to candles and subscription boxes if you're interested in that. And I have a friend that is also very into it. She actually has a booktube, or a YouTube, where she talks about books and things that she's reading and subscription boxes that she gets. If you want to check her out, the reason why I mention that is because there are these new Harry Potter wands out that you can buy that are like a mystery, and you get to open them up and the wand chooses the wizard, so you don't know what is inside of the package. You just know there's like 8 different wands that you could get, and it's a surprise. And so she had bought me one, and I'd actually traded her some soap for it. She found them at Walmart and sent me a picture, and I'm like, I will trade you soap if you bring me home one of those. And she did. I was very curious. It is a Warner Brother official item, so it is like legit, like the movies. And so I had opened it and added it to my wand collection. I do have a wand collection, I do. So if you're interested in seeing what wand I got, I will put that video at the end of this soap. I'm trying to concentrate and talk here. It's never an easy thing for me to do. So anyway, I didn't get the wand that I wanted. You'll see that in the video, which ones I did want. And so Bradley surprised me with the wand that I did want. He went into Barnes & Noble's one day and found it and put it in my car so that when I got into my car it was on my seat. He's such a sweetheart. I love him so much. He knows what makes me happy. So now I think I have 4 wands all together. Alright, so I'm just going to keep icing these, you know, the real mess that I'm making. And then I'm going to bring you back for the writing part and the final little detail that I'm going to put on them. So to make it look like Hagrid has run his finger through it, luckily for me, Hagrid is not the pastry chef because that was not easy. I made lots of mess on that. I've got a toothpick here and I'm just going to make that design in the cake like he ran his finger through it. How's that look?
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I've got to write on the cake. So. Some of it's not going to show up that good. Let me put that down. I think I just sat my phone in some cake batter. Soap batter.
That ain't no cake batter. You cannot eat that. I think you just missed it, so you're safe. Happy birthday.
Yeah, oh yeah, I need you to bring that back over here because I need to figure out how he misspelled happy birthday. Gotta do it like the picture.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know he ran his finger through
I
it.
already did that one. He ate it. He decided he was going to eat it on his long journey to get Harry. Alright, that's good enough. You get the point. I kind of feel like I need something a little thicker to do that. Alright, let me see. H-A-P-P-E-E. And then birthday is D-A-E. Hopefully I got enough batter here. I think I could have poured more. Are you paying attention to the camera?
You're trying.
I think I could have poured a little more icing into the green. I'm hoping I can fit everything on here. I might need to find a smaller icing tip.
I think you do.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be too hard. You need a little tiny one. A better tiny.
See if I can find that. Alright, so this one's a test.
Yeah. This is making me hungry for cake.
Yeah, I need to find a smaller icing tip. You want to look in that? I gotta go digging.
I know, right? I don't even know if you have a smaller one.
I usually hate anything smaller than this. Yeah, right out of room on that. Still practicing. Alright, let me find a smaller icing tip. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright.
It's hard to get this angle.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how people who actually have a cooking show do it. So, still trying to make all this fit on here.
I'm having a hard time getting you.
Well, let's not get the recycle bin in there. You want to get...
It's not. I'm not getting no recycle bin. That one looks great.
You're just saying that to make me feel better. I think maybe these are just a tad too small. But I really wanted them to be tiny, not huge, like hand-sized.
I like how it legitimately smells like cake in here right now.
The birthday is a challenge. It's those E's. I can't get the E's to fit. Hello, Luke.
It's gotta be sloppy like Hagrid, it's okay.
I don't think I have anything smaller as far as an icing tip goes.
Perfect. Look at that.
I don't know what was harder, the icing of the cake or the writing on the cake. Alright, I'm just going to keep having a hard time with these, so there you go. So, there you have it. They are perfectly imperfect. They're a little bit of a mess, but, you know, Hagrid would be proud, I'm sure. I want to continue making these in the future. I think I need to find a mold with a larger or more rounder cavity in it so that I have more room to write on it next time. If you want to buy these, I'm going to be doing the next soap release on November 5th. We are on a cruise until November 4th, so it just seemed like the best day to have the next soap release. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a very nice day and smell you later. Big Harry Potter nerd, if you didn't know. Say hi, Chip Chip. What you doing? So I'm trading some soap for this wand. A friend picked this wand up for me from like Walmart. And I said, get me a wand because I will trade you some soap. These are the ones that I got from Universal way back when it opened. So like, yeah, I need another wand, right? But I'm really excited to see which one this is. Cute. What do you think, Gypsy? Who do you think it is? Which one do you think this is? Let's see. So there's Luna Lovegood, which I want that one. Nymphadora Tonks, Lord Voldemort, I wouldn't mind that one. Death Eater, I thought was kind of lame. I don't know what that is. It doesn't even look like a wand or something from Harry Potter. Then we got Harry Potter's wand, Hermione's wand. I really like hers too. Ron Weasley's, Draco Malfoy, and Neville Longbottom. Who would have thought? So let's open this up. Let's see. Trying to do this one-handed. What's in here? Which one is that? This is Nymphadora Tonks. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wish it would tell you more about it, because you know how they say like each one has like a different wood, it's made out of a different wood and what size it is, but that's pretty cool. Nymphadora Tonks. Lumos. What do you think, Jip? Expelliarmus. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Cool. Let's add that one to the collection. Look at this. It's a little shorter than the other ones, which is probably more realistic. As if wands are realistic. Come on, Tiara.